Alright, so when we last left off, I was stuck in here, and there was this big gas pocket up here that was on fire. It took several days for the fire to go out. I was stuck down here until morning, and let me show you exactly what the issue was with getting out of here. See, it's still burning. There's still gas burning in here. Even it's been like a week and there's still gas burning in here. That's kind of crazy. Now down there, oh crap! Now down there, that is the chlorine gas. And this will corrode a lot of the metals. It definitely corrodes iron. Thankfully, I'm not running anything with iron, but it's something that it will start to suffocate me if I get into it. And up there, you'll see there's some more natural gas up there, and that's all of the vacuums that are set up with the thumper. And they're still pulling up anything and everything that's not nailed down. Okay, and here we are for the groundbreaking ceremony of my new Iron Golem Farm. Now, I had said that I was going to originally build this thing way back there. In the distance, you'll see my old base. Well, I kind of forgot one little important detail. It's a swamp biome over there, and villagers won't reproduce on a swamp biome. It has to be on a plains or it has to be on a desert. So, this area behind me here, that's plains, and there's some desert behind it, so it'll definitely work over there. So for me to get this going, I kind of need to level all of this out so that it's at the same level as everything else, so that just one, aesthetically is a little bit easier to work with, and two, makes it a little bit easier for the construction of it all, because it's going to be at the same level as the rest of the world around it, and make it easier for doing the mine cart that I have planned to go between that and the witch farm. So yeah, that's going to be fun to do, and I have an update for the witch farm coming as well for the way that the minecart runs to it, and yeah, that'll be on the list of things that are going to go. Yes, there is a village way off in the distance there. I'm going to be going over there to get some recruits for the Iron Golem farm. Regardless, though, it's far enough away that it's not going to be an issue with the farm. It has to be at least 100 blocks away. That's like 15, 16 chunks away. Yeah, because I have it set to 16 chunks on my rendered distance, and that's, or maybe it's 12. Regardless, it's far enough away. That's not going to be a problem. So, we're going to hit this button, and we're going to blow some stuff up. There we go. Look at it go. Now, I've been talking about building an Iron Golem farm in my single player world, and I'm going to go with the design that I know was working. At least it was working for me on the PS3 version of the game, and here it is. So this is a test version of it for Minecraft on the computer. Like I said, I know this design worked on the PS3. I was just making this to confirm the mechanics of it still worked on the computer version, and it's a pretty straightforward design. So it's kind of still built on the same command one chunk style setup. There are a total of 40 doors, so there's a 10 by 10 space in the middle, so the water flows naturally into this, 2 by 2 square opening in the middle. You've got lava at the bottom, some hoppers, and a chest down there. Now, primary difference between this and what I had on the PS3, obviously the console versions have yet to get hoppers, so I had to have a collection and then manually kill the golems down there and collect stuff manually. But I also had inside these pillars, this was pretty high up off the ground, I actually had a gold farm built into each one of these pillars as well. So there was, again, because of the restrictions of the console versions of Minecraft, you can't do custom-sized nether portals. You have to still do the 2x3 standard opening in the middle. So I had a prism set up so that there were 4 portals, basically one side being shared by the next portal, the next, and the next, and the next. So 4 in a circle, and I had that 3 high inside each pillar. To give you an idea of how high off the ground I had this in the PS3 version, to also act as a gold farm built in with the Iron Golem Farm. So essentially it was just a metal farm. I haven't tried to see if I can do that on this one yet. I may or may not do that, just simply for the fact of I don't want it to interfere with my main portal in my my survival world, because it would be kind of annoying to end up in a mob trap when I come back home from the Nether. But so far this is working. And yes, it does look like a Apple command icon, but that's besides the point. Down here we have the collection point for the golems. You got the 4 hoppers going into the 1 chest. Nothing spawned just as of this moment. But there's between 3 and 4 villagers in each one of these little pods in the little corners here. And it does work. I've confirmed that it does work. And it does fairly well. Lets me just keep working on the main parts of my base while they're being generated and killed off and materials are collected. But I don't think I'm going to build exactly this. I have a little something else in mind. So this is a little more of what I'm thinking of building in my survival world. Now it's still built on the same basic design as that other one that I just showed you, the orange clay version. But this one looks a little different, a little nicer, a little more imposing. Kind of more fitting for the fact that it's going to be used for essentially killing things automatically. I am using the carpenter's blocks for making the roof here, so they have these nice straight angled slopes. I've got an additional 8 doors at the top of each pillar, so I have more than 4 guys in each one. I have about 6 or 7 in each pod actually, and a much higher golem spawn rate in this one than the other one, and the same basic setup at the bottom for killing the golems off. Lava, hoppers, chests, standard stuff. But this, I think, is more of what I'm planning to do. This is going to be the ground level here, and this is going to be what's below ground. So I'm going to have, these the stairway leading downstairs into it. I'm going to set up at the entryway as a little bit differently to keep any hostile mobs from going in here during the daytime, so that they don't try and ambush me when I come in to collect the materials. And yeah, so this will be the next thing. The one thing that does concern me is the amount of nether brick that is going to take to make this thing. And I'll show you exactly what my problem is going to be with getting all of that. It's not necessarily the collection of the materials, it's getting to the materials. Alright, so I've just come through the portal, and here's my main issue. This stuff right here, that's the electrical gas from the Glens Gasses mod. And yes, that is electricity, and yes, it does hurt. The blue stuff over there, that is the gas that dissolves pretty much anything it touches. And when these two combine, they start producing these things called glowstone shards that go flying everywhere. And you can actually use them as a weapon when you collect them. See, there's zombie pigman just got killed by the gas right there. Those horrific screams that you were hearing, that was a ghast being attacked by the electricity from this gas. So it's not just a hazard to me, it's a hazard to everything. So if the nether wasn't already enough of an issue, now you have additional hazards. And there appears to be a swarm of zombie pigmen getting ready to attack something. So I'm going to need to set some of the gas pumps up over here to collect this gas, clear it out, and make this area a little bit safer for me to do what needs to be done. And yeah, we'll get back to that. Alright, so I've spent a little bit of time here. I've cleared out a lot of the area. I got rid of all the high spots. I've been filling in some of the low spots. And getting the foundation laid out for the Iron Golem Farm. Finally got my last few trees to grow here. So, got the coconut and the papaya to grow. So that was good. So it turns out it was just the for whatever reason, the ground there, they didn't like how high it was. As soon as that was all gone, they started sprouting up. So, go figure. Anyway, so I got the foundation started for the Iron Golem Farm here. Now, the final spot for where the golems are going to get dispatched is going to be below the ground here. So, I am using all that dirt I've been collecting and whatnot to fill in everything. I think I am going to go ahead and do the gold farm in here as well. Just make better use of the area, and it should be quite nice once it's all done, all nice and hidden. Now, upon clearing everything out, there was, some little ponds in the terrain here, and I think I'm going to leave them here. I think I'm going to leave this water here. I'm going to make like a little park over here. I'm going to have the water flow off to the side here. I'm going to take some of the water turbines. I'm going to make a little power station outside here and just let the water flow off into the chasm here. I'm going to end up removing the thumper and everything else down there and relocating it to some other location. But I think I'm going to make a nice little, kind of a little park here. I kind of like the way the water flows down, the way it looks. So I think it'll be nice and pretty. It'll be a nice little feature in the landscape here. And I did something like this in the PS3 version of the game, and it came out rather nice. So I'm gonna have the Iron Golem Farm there, the way I showed you in the my test world, and I'm gonna have this nice little park here, and it'll end up having I'm gonna decorate the whatever I do as far as the water turbines here. I have an idea that's I think is gonna work out. Like I'm gonna use some hardened clay with the carpenter blocks. I haven't seen if I can do that, but hopefully it'll work out. And yeah, I think I'm going to make a nice looking little setup over here. And I will show you guys that once that's all together and done. Alright, and that's all I've really got time for today. Real quickly though, I want to show you guys some of the upgrades I have coming. So there's a test for what I've got going on, at least what I'm thinking of, for the railway for collecting of all the materials between the witch farm and the Iron Golem farm. This is going to be the upgrade of the witch farm. I'm going to be using the vacuums, and it's going to, instead of having a trough all the way around it, they're just going to have glass right up against the spawn area of the witch farm, and everything's going to get pulled into a single collection point and then drop down This is going to be the new system going down to the bottom of the witch farm to collect all the items. And then this is what I've got going on for the upgrade of the layout for the flash boiler and the electrical age system that I wanted to share the fuel source. So I have a burn box upstairs, and then I've got the flash boiler, and then this is a neat little guy here, thanks to big help to Peanut Butter 29 off the Minecraft forum for helping me out with the command for the processor and the electrical age mod to get this to work. So this reads the redstone signal coming off this comparator, that then translates it into every 16 seconds, 16 and a half seconds, it rechecks the signal, and then if it's below 13 on the redstone, it tells the two dispensers to dispense more material into the boiler to keep it going. So it keeps this thing at a constant 13 to 14 on the redstone, and just have the light bar there to confirm that it is where it needs to be. It's constantly burning more and more charcoal as it goes through. And then downstairs is going to be all the electrical age power system. And so this is what's going to be going on to the base. So that's all I got time for today, and hopefully next time you guys will get to see this stuff in action, redone. And yeah, so let me know what you like, what you don't like, whether you guys hate everything that I'm doing or like what I'm doing. Let me know, and I will see you guys next time.